Good morning. Thank you guys for being here.
All right, with you, I'll go over some of the commission housekeeping rules. But good morning, everyone. My name is Kurt Bryant. I'm the program manager for the Georgia Child Support Commission, and I'll go over just a few rules to help navigate the Zoom meeting. Child Support Commission meeting members and staff are designated as panelists within Zoom and can speak at any time during this meeting. All other participants are designated as attendees and are muted during the meeting, but may type a message in the Zoom chat feature if need be. Also, anyone wishing to give public comment by speaking today may do so at the end of the meeting and after completion of our agenda. Please state you would like to give public comments by typing your request in the chat. Once you are called upon, we will unmute your audio, and our chair, Judge Key, will make the determination of how many minutes that you will be allowed to speak. And in conclusion of today's meeting, staff will post this recording on our YouTube channel, the Georgia Child Support Commission, and we will place the YouTube channel link in the chat for everyone. Thank you very much.
All right, the next item on the agenda is the review and approval of minutes, but I think, have 4 commission members present. We need 8. So
we are not even close to quorum.
Close. So we'll hold that. We'll do electronic vote if we do not have members sign on before we conclude the meeting. Let's see. We're going to skip down then to the statute review subcommittee. Katie, will you give it to us?
Yes, good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't join you in person. It's May, and so I had to be available to scoot over to my kids' school for a May event here shortly, because that's how May goes. So for the statute review subcommittee, we are there has not been a committee meeting since our last commission meeting. I would say it's probably about time to plan for a summer meeting, preferably once we get past end of school year things for those of us commission members who get pulled in every direction at this time of year, to discuss where we are with the language in the statute and what we might want to do in our next legislative session. But otherwise, I don't have a update beyond that. So nice and short.
Any questions or comments relative to the statute review subcommittee? Thank you, Katie. Let's go next then to technology and calculator. Deputy Commissioner Quick.
Thank you, Judge. And good morning, everybody that's online. Our subcommittee met last October on the 22nd, right before our last commission meeting, I believe. But I'm pleased to report that since our last commission meeting, the parenting time adjustment and low income adjustment were successfully launched within the child support calculator on January 1st, 2026. So we did meet the statutory deadline of the effective date of the statute. And I want to just thank the staff, the AOC IT staff, and the, of course, Child Support Commission staff for all of their hard work leading up to that. They probably had to suffer from weekly check-ins from me during the month of December, and Kurt probably got tired of hearing from me just checking on things, but all is well. And my understanding is commission staff has received overall positive feedback regarding the actual functioning of the calculator. I've not received a single call about its functionality. So I don't know if anyone else has, but I take that as a good sign. Commission staff has worked with that IT team to resolve any minor issues that you might expect. And there were, of course, a few minor issues with the modernized calculator that was working sort of in parallel or in tandem throughout 2025. But overall, it's a sort of a strong A grade for staff for the calculator and the technology aspect. The IT team is now working to create a parenting time calculator tool for users, closely modeling that on the Minnesota calendar tool, as we've previously discussed. And that anticipated timeframe for the testing of that parenting time calendar tool is in June. So I would anticipate another technology and calculator subcommittee meeting, subject to everybody's July vacations potentially, around that same time, in early July, mid-July, to get a demonstration of that testing and get a full report from staff as to how the calendar tool is progressing. And hopefully we will have something to demonstrate at our next commission meeting, to the full commission. We'll see how that goes. Appreciate the commission's vote on October 24th, our last meeting, in favor of removing all those user worksheets that were over 5 years old. The old worksheets, just to refresh everybody, are going to be archived in a deep freeze status and inaccessible to users when that is complete. The IT team is working on that initiative and anticipates completing that around the same time we're talking about having our meeting, which is July of 2026. And once IT does advise that the data is ready to be removed from the child support calculator, then staff, of course, will take all necessary steps to communicate and notify users of the upcoming changes and the removal of the old worksheet, so they can take whatever corrective action they want to take to hoard and save ancient worksheets. So that's it for my report, Judge.
Thank you. Kurt, anything you want to add?
Never get tired of hearing from you, Regina. No, thank you though.
Thank y'all for all your work.
Any questions, comments from commission members? You know, the work of this commission is really done by our committees and staff. And so I just want to thank all of our committee members, in particular the leadership of our committee members and all of our staff, for making all this work happen. It makes being chair very easy, actually. So let's go back up then to economic subcommittee, and we don't have one of our the chair here, or have any members of that committee here?
I can go.
So Kurt, if you will, and,
Sure.
and tread lightly.
Sure. The Economic Subcommittee last met on June 12th, 2025. The subcommittee has commenced its 2026 economic study. Public comments on the commission's website were open from August 20th through September 26th. Public listening sessions were held on August 27th in Macon, Georgia, and were held virtually on August 28th. Commission staff has begun coordinating with Dr. James Venor to complete the economic study, and all selected counties have submitted their responses, except for one, which we are anticipating very soon. And staff have been busy reviewing those orders and documents, and the data will be provided to Dr. James Venor so she can start on her report, and that will be due by the end of May for submittal to Dr. Venor.
Have any questions or comments from commission staff, commission members? Right, and I neglected personally to welcome all of our guests attending today, and to thank them for the work that they do. I think our guests right now consist of DHS folks from the Division of Child Support Services and the AG's office. At this point, do we have any other guests?
No, this is only mine.
All right. Does that take us to new business?
It does.
Any new business to come before the commission? This may be a record.
May I, Judge Key?
Yes, please.
I'm not sure it would qualify as new business, although I suppose it does. I just want to let the commission know, and of course the subcommittee chairs to sort of keep their ears open. I'm encouraging bench and bar as I'm out there practicing in family law and talking about the child support worksheets to really pay attention to the guidelines, the worksheets themselves, the way they're being implemented, and reminding them that with all of the changes and now all of them being in effect, this is the time to really think about if they're seeing any bugs, if you will, or things they like particularly or don't like, and that they need to communicate it to the right people, meaning these people, the commission, because it is so new for us to with the changes that went into effect in January. Mostly, I'm hearing positive things, just like Regina said. I would say overwhelmingly positive things, actually, but I just will let the commission know that I'm encouraging some of our end users at least the ones that I encounter to make notes and communicate the things that they're observing, and especially if they have any concerns or suggestions, so that when we do have our next round of subcommittee meetings, we can be addressing what the end users are seeing. So I would encourage everybody to solicit that feedback.
Thank you for that, Katie. And, there was a big push by many of you guys early in 2025 to start using what we had in deviations to get ready for the new law. And I think certainly that big push made a difference. People, for the most part, were used to that by the time we got to January 1st, 2026, I believe. Otherwise, might have been a bit of a disaster in 2026.
Well, Katie, it's not really new business either, but since you're on the executive committee, I think, of the State Bar Family Law Section, is there plans for some deeper dive or itinerary agenda item at the Family Law Institute on these new guidelines as well?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is one of the CLE sessions at the Family Law Institute this year is going to be on complex or unusual child support issues. I am very pleased to report that I am not presenting, that it is some of my esteemed colleagues in the family law bar. But yes, there's going to be, and it is specifically complex and unusual child support issues, as opposed to what we've seen so much of in the last year, which was, year and a half, which was necessary, but kind of that basic training. What's here's how to do it, here's what to expect, kind of get ready. I'm Judge Williford, I think, is on the Zoom and maybe not a panelist, if somebody can elevate her. But yes, to answer your question, Regina, and it's a good one, the Family Law Institute does have a session planned for complex and unusual child support issues.
We don't think Judge Williford is with us.
There she is.
She is right.
Oh, is she? Oh. Okay. Well, there she is. Judge Williford, welcome. Can you hear us, Judge Williford? Yes,
I was trying to figure out why I could only see the speaker and why I couldn't say anything. And I realized it was because I was not a panelist. So can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
we can.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
How much have you heard, Judge Williford?
I have heard everything.
Anything you want to add to any part of our meeting, or any questions you want to ask?
No, thank you. Good to see you.
So back to Katie. Katie, you're not going to do that presentation, but you will be there to fact check, right?
You're on mute.
You're
Katie.
muted.
Yes, Judge, I will be there. I will be paying attention, and I will. I have complete faith that my colleagues will do an excellent job and don't need any fact checking. But yes, I will be there, and if nothing else, I will be there to be able to report back to the commission, about it. So.
Well, Katie, I'm not in charge of agendas or anything like that, but I, for one, think it might be helpful to the commission at our next meeting to perhaps either review those written materials that are submitted at the Institute, which is always done at a very high level, or have the presenters actually give us a little abbreviated presentation with those written materials, so that everybody has the benefit of what folks are seeing are the complex challenges and the cutting edge issues, if you will, or the result around the state that folks are seeing, that practitioners are seeing with the new guidelines.
I would be more than happy to help facilitate that. I will work with staff to make sure that the right people are contacted and the agenda, is they're ready to go. That's a great idea. Assuming that Chairman Key is okay with that.
I think it's a great idea, and thank you for that thought, Deputy Commissioner. With a caveat that I think it's all of our hope that with all these discussions and presentations, no new legislation will come out of this.
Yeah, that would be good.
That we have it right and does not need to be fixed in any way. We'll deal with whatever comes up. That's a great idea. Thank you. I guess all that's left to do is talk about our next meeting. So, I'm sorry, yes. Do we have any?
We do not.
And including any of our guests anything that any of our guests want to add at this point that may not have signed up. You can just chat and we'll unmute you. All right, so let's talk about the time frame before we talk about a specific date. I'll look first to staff. Any recommendations?
We do a subcommittee meeting in July for Tech. September might work. Let's see.
And while Kurt thinks through that some more than our committee chairs, if you see need for a commission meeting before September-ish.
Maybe late September. I know I have some things going on in September, but late September might work really well. That gives us plenty of time. You know, if there does need to be anything legislatively to discuss, talk about. I mean, it could be August, but August seems relatively quick if we're going to do two this year, but late September might work well.
Let's look at late September, early October.
Yeah.
Get a poll out, and try to find something that works. Before all the Fridays get taken.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anything else for the good of the order? Thank you all for all the work that you do, both commission members, staff, and even our guests. All the things you do every day. And with that, we stand adjourned at 10:18. Thank you all.